What's up, YouTube? My name is Ev, and this is Diamonds in the Garden. And today, I am going to show you guys how I prune my tomato plants and how I clone them to keep me a tomato harvest going throughout the growth season. Let's get into it. Hey YouTube, my name is Ebony and I'm taking you guys along with me in this garden so I can show y'all how I keep my tomatoes going by cloning them while they are already planted in the ground and doing their thing. My tomato plants have grew past the trellis or past its support, and they're starting to lean over. Some of them have snapped, but they are still producing. I can get a little closer so you can see they have some flowers off in there, so they're still producing. The top part of these plants look really healthy, so I'm going to get in here and try to find a nice healthy sucker and show you guys how I keep my tomato plants going. This piece right here. So I hope I can get you guys a good look in here and what I'm doing. You guys gonna have to excuse me. I'm trying to get over a cold, but bear with me. Like I said, you guys, we're gonna focus on this part right here. And as I stated, I am cloning these tomato plants. So first, you want to need some plastic wrap, right like this. The tomato plants already have roots on them. I mean, not roots, I'm sorry. They have little hairs on them that are potential roots if it comes in contact with the soil. So I got a handful of soil right here, already moist. If you get it to the point where you can get it into a ball, that will be fine. Just a good enough ball like this, because what you're gonna do is, it's a little difficult to do, but it can be done. I usually get the end of my paper, my plastic wrap. I just place it over, put it in the inside like so, right? And let me try to get on this side without breaking anything. I'm gonna remove this so we can get a good look. All right, so right here, see if I can get y'all in there so you guys can see. All right, I keep hearing buzzing around, so I'm shaky too, y'all. I don't want to get stung. They trying to get to these flowers, and I feel like I'm way too close for you guys. But anyway, we're gonna get in there, open up our plastic, make sure it's open good enough, because what we're going to do is, so I'm pressing it down, opening up my plastic, and then place it on there like so. Try to fold it up on there. Not too much pressure to where you're breaking stuff, but you can manipulate the plastic around the pull that off, around the stem, just so you can have a good secure for the soil ball that you put on there. And you're just gonna try to wrap it as tight as you can. You gotta go up, down, around. It's fine. Whatever you gotta do to try to get this plastic secure around this plant. And we're gonna leave this on here for about a week and then come back and check on it, you guys. Within a week, we should have some roots under there. We're gonna take that out. I'm just gonna leave this like this. I'll come and check on it from time to time to make sure it's not coming loose. I mean, if you can't, like I said, manipulate it to where it don't come loose, like find a little spot to where you can tuck it. Yeah, tuck it like that. Don't worry about the little extra, but this is what we got. And this is going to be, excuse me, y'all. Let me try to get this stem so you guys can see which one I'm cloning. But you see this stem here? If you guys can follow the stem in my hand, this is the top part. And that will be my clone in about a week. When she gets some roots, I will take her off. I will snip. I will then get her from on here because she's already split, so it won't be that hard to kind of detach her from this once she gets her roots. So I just snap her from the main. Try not to disturb any roots. And then find a spot that's somewhere close. Down, probably beside her or something. And then plant her. You can snip your main plant that you're trying to get rid of, because that's what I'm going to do once I get this clone rooted. I'm going to remove this main branch that had snapped, and there's really nothing going on with that plant. Whenever you do those, whenever you do this method, you can get a marker, a permanent marker, and just write the variety, the date, so that way whenever you get ready to transplant it, you can have a tag that already have the name of the tomato plant that you're cloning and the date that you cloned it. Yep. And that's how I clone all of my tomato plants throughout the season to keep them going. I can show you an example of a clone that I did in the middle of the growth season. This is a clone that I planted like a couple of weeks ago. I have another clone that I'm working on to try to get another tomato plant before the season. This one actually have flowers on it. That's why I use this method, so that way I wouldn't ruin the potential tomatoes that's growing. Hopefully when I detach this clone from the main plant, excuse me, she don't go through too much extreme shock. Now the goal is to put some rooting powder on her after I remove the soil ball, and then plant her in hopefully, you know, water her in with fish emulsion. Always remember when you're transplanting, it's good to use fish emulsion after to water them in. It will prevent a lot of transplant shock. So that's just a recommendation. I mean, do what works for you. is what I recommend. But for me, I've noticed when I transplant my seedlings, they don't go through too much of a transplant shock when I water them in with fish emulsion. Here's a few reasons why I'm trying to clone. You know, see, we have some damage there, and also, like I said, the support of all of my tomatoes have come to an end. They have stretched beyond their support. Give them any more time, we will have some more snap and damage. So to catch it and get me some more tomatoes going, I will continue to look for a few more, not much, because I mean, we have a little bit more time, but we don't. The days are going by really quick, so before you know it, fall will be here and it will start to cool down, and these tomato plants will start to die back. So I just want to get me some more tomatoes going, seeing as though my tomatoes didn't do as well as I wanted them to this season, but we did get something. And as you can see, we still got some more coming in here and there, despite the damage. But yeah, we still got some tomatoes. I do have a transplant down here as well. This guy right here is a transplant. She's a transplant. Only thing about this is it grew very slowly. Still is, because it's shaded out by all the rest of the tomato plants that has bent the trellis. And yeah, I was just looking at that. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to come out here and prune some of these damaged leaves that may look like they have some little disease going on. I'm just afraid to really lift anything up. Everything look like it's kind of okay where it is, as long as we don't get any heavy rain or anything like that, we should be fine. But that's why I'm trying to get me some clones before then, because I know once we get a good rain, which I'm not even sure we're going to have anytime soon in zone AA in Tennessee, but just in case we do, I want to get me some clones going on. So I just demonstrated one for you guys right here, and I did one over here before I started to record, so that way I can have at least 2 clones before the sun take over the entire garden. I appreciate you guys joining me for a few minutes, showing you how I clone my tomato plants to keep my harvest going throughout the grow season until my first frost, without starting my tomato plants from seed, nor snipping and transplanting them and experiencing the crazy transplant shock. So this is just another technique that you can utilize in your garden to make it a little bit more easier on you, so that way you're not stressing out about the damages that takes place in our garden when it comes down to our tomato plants. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a video. Until then, peace and blessings you.